A very good evening to you. Welcome to GNC. I am Stephanie Hernandez, coming to you Tatiana Martinez.
Starting with local news, Salvadorian women demand of decriminalization of abortion. They reject the church involved in the issue. Celebrating the International Day, the decriminalization of abortion, about 30 bodies of women bond to the group Articulation to the Right to Decide. Ask President Mauricio Funes create a commission to examine this issue in a responsible way. Through a letter to the president, both leave women the right to decide on sexual products. We are asking the president to form a national roundtable on sexual rights of women with the objective of reviewing the decriminalization of abortion in the country, told reporters. Esmeralda Cabrera, Articulation for the Right to Decide. Cabrera said the Human Rights Commission is concerned nation and it has expressed to El Salvador the state's decision to criminalize abortion in all its forms. The Salvadoran women support a secular state if we do not want interference from the hierarchy of the church in the country's public policies, stressed the official. The protesters made it clear that further violations will not allow the medical staff on hospital administration, who report to women who have abortions and the hospitals are taken to jail. It is recalled that the last year President Funes reiterated the decision not to allow abortion, a move that was applauded by the Catholic Church. In other things, due to increasing human trafficking in El Salvador, this country authorities have implemented measures to combat this problem. As recent years have been very few convictions for that offense. According to data from the National Civil Police, from 2008 to 2011, there have been 420 reports of trafficking in persons, but only the crime has been proved 35. The head of the Human Trafficking Unit of the Police Force, Reynaldo Molina Galdames, confirmed that this year there were 6 convictions for that offense. A report by the United Nations organization cited that about 12.3 million people are enslaved by traffickers' network in the world. The government of El Salvador, in their struggle to combat this crime, announced the creation of a National Council Against Trafficking to monitor, coordinate, and design a national police to eradicate the scourge. Ramon Hernandez, manager of Communication Office of Migration, confirmed that the action against this crime and are being executed. For the police, the Ministry of Labor will have a major role in combating trafficking, as it is important to monitor in a real working condition. The complaint that persists in El Salvador is that in many cases traffickers recruit women or children to provide them with lies and work at the end are carried to dangerous places for sexual exploitation.
And we continue with more information. In the international news, La Prensa Gráfica reported that the Mexican president promised to continue fighting against the cartels in Mexico City. Mexican President Felipe Calderón defending his strategy of war on drugs on Sunday, vowing to continue their fight against organized crime. Calderón spoke up in event celebrating 5 years of his presidency. The Mexican president declared an offensive against the cartel soon after taking office in December 2006, deploying thousands of troops in parts of the country. With a year left in office, Calderon's statements are in the midst of political campaigns the candidates waiting to happen. The security situation in Mexico and the government's tactics to confront the drug cartels are likely to be protagonists in the debate issues of the election next year. Calderon also warned that cartels are already threatening democracy to try to manipulate the election results. Mexico president praised the results of his government in the fight against crime, noting that 21 and 36 criminals most wanted list of the country have been captured or discharged. The president called for continuing efforts to root out corruption and strengthen legal institutions. In another fact, we moved to Brazil where he had at least 45 killed in traffic accidents. Saturday, in an accident between a truck and a bus carrying clandestine rural workers in the Brazilian state of Bahia, told a spokesman for the Federal Highway Police. Authorities are still investigating the cause of the accident that also left 13 injured on Route BR-11 in the municipality of Milagros. It was an underground bus, thus without the necessary documentation for passengers, which was carrying farm workers, cane cutters. Authorities say the accident would have occurred after midnight Saturday, apparently because one of the vehicles excited the other in a forbidden place. It is still unknown which vehicle caused the accident, but during the early morning water conditions and road conditions were normal. Brazil, where car and bus are the main means of transport, is one of the most road accidents in the world.
To know more about national and international news, you can visit our website www.globalnewscorporation.com. Now our college, Eric Ventura.
Good evening. Beginning immediately with the more recent news of the world technology, Google will launch a new version of the popular program Google Maps for Android mobile. This program that includes popular tools such as My Location, Google Street, and others, will include 2 new tools. Google Maps team have made fantastic advance of this program.
The version 6 of Google Maps has a new tool, In Your Mapping. This tool lets the user to see the entry building inside. Obviously, In Your Mapping is only useful when you are in a place that is big enough to warrant it. For example, in an airport or in a hospital, mail and malls, places that are tall enough. In other news about technology, Nokia recently launched its new cell phone, the Nokia N9, a last generation cell phone. This cell phone, the successor of the now Nokia N8, has a special feature for the users. This new feature it's amazing. The cell phone has a camera of 12 megapixels and a secondary camera for video calls. The cell phone also includes the new operating system of Nokia, the Mini Ghost system. This system lets the user modify that they want. Then the cell phone has a high-speed connection too, a touch screen, and a Wi-Fi connection for the user that use the cell phone to be in contact with the world, their families or friends, etc. The cell phone has the popular video game of Angry Birds, a video game that has been popular around the last 2 years This cell phone will be available in two sizes, 16 gigabytes and 64 gigabytes for the people who like to store heavy files. You can find now this cell phone in your store. These were the news of the world of technology. Remember to keep track with your daily news of GNC.
Thank you, Eric, for that very important information. Welcome to this health segment. Today we'll talk a little bit about priority of children's health and diabetes, a disease which is increasingly affecting more children. The health children in 2008, approximately 250,000 children under 5 died in Latin America due to infection and chronic disease. According to the Department of Sanitary Vigilance, Ministry of Health, the most prevalent diseases in children are acute respiratory infection, pneumonia, diarrhea, and gastroenteritis. It's very important and vulnerable population covering a large family budget. Often the lack of information makes the parents do not know how to handle this disease. Medication are not easy to handle, and all this comes to affect one way or another disease management or an increasing cases of child mortality. With the campaign Healthy Kids, Happy Kids is made available to parents and health professionals solutions that go from prevention to access to treatment indicated for infection and chronic disease that affect frequency or intensity over the Latin American children. In El Salvador also will offer educational materials to help parents and health professionals to provide care to children and to choose the system of prevention and appropriate treatment for their conditions. And help youngsters to live a full life healthy and happy, said Mr. Melvin Urriola, representative of Sanofi. Children are the target. According to the World Health Organization, OMS, the trend in reducing the infant mortality rate has been accompanied by an increase in the prevalence of chronic disease among children. According to the OMS, during the 19 has been an increase in the prevalence of diabetes and prediabetes in children and adolescents in the region. The health of a country are not just numbers. Healthy kids, happy kids is just one of the initiatives that can improve this situation. Diabetes is disease which are increasingly affecting more children. Previously, it was believed that diabetes was disease suffered only adults, but with the growth rate of children obesity association with sedentary lifestyle and bad eating habits, metabolic disease cases have increased significantly among infants. Frequently, diabetes in children is ignored or misdiagnosed. You may be confused with a simple flu. However, it's not detected early, can be fatal or cause serious brain injury. You can determine if a child or adult is diabetic with a blood glucose test blood samples. How to prevent? Constant medical supervision, balanced diet, more physical activity, zero inactivity, eat more fruits and vegetables. We know that childhood obesity can lead to diabetes, so we have to prevent children giving promoting healthy eating and physical activities that they avoid a sedentary lifestyle. Pediatric Association of El Salvador ensures that children need a diet rich in fiber and low in sugar. The ideal is to eat less rapidly absorbed sugars, such as refined sugar, brown glass, and honey, and replace the sugar that already exists in the pasta and fruits. Well, we have finished our segment dedicated to health, and do not forget to tune in every day for its Global News Corporation, where we present you news of your interest.
Thank you for joining us, and we wait you for tomorrow.